Greetings, 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 everyone. Happy Saturday to you. I hope you are having a great day. I hope that weekend is real good. It's almost over, but I'm still hoping that you can enjoy the rest of this evening and then those 16 hours that's only in on Sundays because there's no such thing as 24 hours on Sundays. Yeah, people don't believe me, but trust me, it's only about 16 hours. You wake up, you look around, do one thing, you're like, it's 6 o'clock this evening already? Oh, yeah, you've been cheated. You've been cheated of hours. That's how it goes. But I am hoping that you're having a great weekend and safe. Always got to stay safe. So much is going on. People are getting out and they're acting a fool up in here, up in here. And I should know because Chicago, oh my goodness, it's been going on. But it's always good to see you, Emmanuel, Mr. DJ Music. Always a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I am solo again, and like I said, I'll probably be solo for a minute. So best wishes to our lovely classic Ruby. She will return when she can, hopefully in a few weeks. So wish her well. She will get that energy, that positive energy. All right. So we're going to start off since, I mentioned Chicago. Let's start off because they've been holding this story for about a week. They didn't want it to be leaked out, of course. You got the district attorney, you don't want to just put her out there on Front Street, but she's out there now. So let's listen to this story. All right.
We're following a developing story tonight. Documents show police were called to the home of Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox in Flossmoor for a domestic investigation.
WGN's Jewel Hillary is live downtown tonight with more on the incident and Fox's response tonight. Jewel.
Hi, good evening, Lourdes and Roy. So in that police report, Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox told officers she felt her husband called the police on her last weekend to hurt her.
All right. She felt that her husband called the police on her to hurt her. Ooh, I don't think so. Because one, the likelihood of men calling the police is so slim. A lot of stuff does not, it just goes under the radar because men, husbands, a lot of time they do not want to call the police, you know. So I don't believe her. Let's continue.
WGN obtained this South Suburban Flossmoor police report after Kelly Fox, the husband of Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox, described his wife as being physically aggressive at the couple's Flossmoor home. According to the report, around 10 p.m. June 4th, Kelly called 911. When police arrived, he told them his wife got mad at him about something he did that was posted on Facebook. The officer who wrote the report says Kimberly asked him to leave and he refused. Kimberly then became physical. He explained that Kimberly blocked him from leaving a bathroom. Kimberly grabbed his collar and threw down his video game controller. He tried to turn on the TV and Kimberly snatched the controller.
Yep, that sounds about right. Now I want to know why she asked her husband to leave. He lives there. Why are you gonna ask him to leave? See, that's why I'm like, I don't believe it. Nope, nope, nope. This does not sound right. And then the physical part, okay, you blocked him from leaving the bathroom. That is a woman move. I'm a woman. I could tell you. I don't do that because I know I would lose. So I'm not trying to touch no man. I'm the one that's going to be leaving. I ain't trying to block him from leaving because a lot of times women will get in a man's face. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're going to talk to me. You're going to settle this. You're going to. She did it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she did it.
Out of his hand and threw the controller. Kelly went on to tell police that Kim had slapped him on his left cheek. The officer sharing the timeline of events wrote, I did not observe any indicators to support his claim of being struck. There was no redness or swelling visible on his face. Kim told one of the responding officers that she and her husband got into an argument and she wanted him to leave. Shortly after
You get in an argument and you want them to leave because an argument? Okay, lady, you doing too much.
that, Kelly told another officer, "She can't just come into my personal space and put her hands on me." The report cites the Cook County State's attorney denying slapping her husband. Kimberly explained that she did not put her hands on Kelly, but it was only to help guide him out of the house.
Help guide him out of the house. This a joke, right? Well, not really. She needs to quit it. We don't really, care for her since that Smollett, the way she handled that case. We still hold some type of animosity toward her. Not only that, I don't know how she got reelected. Um, I'll leave that alone, but it's almost over.
In a joint statement, Kelly and Kim Fox say, "This is a personal family matter, and we ask that you provide our family with respect and privacy."
You don't get no privacy. You don't get any. Sorry, lady. You don't get any. Nice try. But there is and I'll talk about it on another rambling. There's a little bit more details I have, and I think it'll be juicy. My audience on Friday is different from my audience on Saturday night, so I'm going to leave that for a Friday night. Yes, I will. Oh, I'm going to enjoy that. I'm with you, Emmanuel. Yeah, the guiding. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Don't believe it. Don't believe the hype. Ooh. All right. So the next story up, let's see what we got here. Um, let's talk about because I have it as a thumbnail actually as far as these gas prices. Woohoo! And we'll give you a little breakdown because I know you probably don't know how we do it in Illinois. We got to get them taxes, so you might not know how it's done. So I'm going to let them break it down for you so you'll know.
Those skyrocketing gas prices, we don't need to tell you they are way up.
They sure are. And today we've reached a new high. The average for a gallon of gas in Chicago is more than $6. That's $1 more than the national average, which is just under $5.
So why is our gas so high? Our Marie Saavedra breaks it down to the penny.
Call it a story born out of frustration. If we're going to be paying hand over fist every time we fuel up, we wanted a refresher on where our hard-earned money goes in every gallon. It may be tempting to give your gas station owner a dirty look, but don't.
It's getting tough, actually, day by day.
Syrian Shandy owns a BP in Skokie, and these prices aren't helping his bottom line.
Because of that, our inside sales has gone down. Nobody's coming inside and buy stuff, People don't have enough money to, pay for gas and pop and everything else.
We called in Gas Buddy's Patrick DeHaan for who is getting what per gallon.
Your station owner at the street level, they'll be lucky to make 15 or 25 cents a gallon.
It probably won't surprise you who's winning.
Oil companies do very well. Refiners are doing very well right now. Uncle Sam is doing really well.
So let's say you're filling up in Chicago, paying $6 a gallon. 8 cents of that goes to the city, 6 cents goes to Cook County, and 39 cents per gallon goes to the state of Illinois. That is just in gas taxes alone. Illinois then charges a 6.25% sales tax on top of that, so that's another 37 cents. The federal government takes 18 cents. The remaining $4.92 goes to big oil, refineries, and transport companies who bring the gas to stations. Those owners get the few cents left.
The irony is that they're not doing anything different, right? It's just the state is taking in a lot more revenue when it comes to gasoline.
What do you think about that, people? What do you think about that? You see how they tax us with that when it comes down to, we got 2 state taxes, county tax, a city tax. But this federal, this what gets me. And I told you guys about a story. I mentioned that one day, it was some years ago, I got a electric bill. And the breakdown on there, I was saying federal. I'm like, federal? What I'm doing paying federal tax on electricity? So I called the customer service number and got this guy. And I said, wait a minute, I see federal. What's up with this federal tax? I said, well, can I use that? Can I put that on my tax return? It says federal. And he started laughing. He like, no, ma'am, you can't do that. And then he realized that I was serious. And then he straightened up. He like, no, ma'am, you can't use that. I said, why not? It says federal. So I should be able to do that. So I'm telling you, they really get it. I don't know how it is where you are, but the taxes, that's what a lot of this is going to. And these people that work there, that own these stations, they really don't get much. That's why they charge $3 for a bottle of water. That's why they charge extra for those papers. Because a lot of, I've seen the younger people go to the station for those papers to roll up for marijuana or whatever, blunts, whatever. So that's how they make it, some type of money. It's by doing it that way. Isn't that something? But yeah, good old Chicago. Yeah, thank you very much. Hey, Joe, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I'll go to the next story here. This one is about the lottery. Let me make sure I give you the right one because there's one, because I want you guys to look at his face as I read it to you. That's always important. You need to see who's guilty. All right, I hope I'm sharing the right one. We'll see. Give me 1 second right there. North Carolina man who won $10 million lottery prize sentenced to life behind bars. And of course, you ask, why? You got money. Aren't you high value? So why you sentenced behind bars? Ain't that about something? There he is, Mr. America. Ain't that something? There he is. So look at the guilty as I go into the story. Okay, I got to pull up another page. Here we go. All right, so he gets life in prison for murder. Yes, he does. After Michael Todd Hill collected his winnings from the $10 million lottery scratch off ticket, the North Carolina nuclear plant worker described the lucky 2017 event as life changing. What the hell going on in North Carolina? There's a lot going on there. Nearly 5 years after his win in a gas station parking lot, he was convicted of getting rid of his girlfriend in a motel. What? Now, why you in a darn motel? You know how cheap that is? What they rent it in 4 hour increments? You got millions. What you doing in a motel with your girlfriend? Let's continue reading. Hill, 54 years old, was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole Friday after a jury found him guilty of first-degree murder for the death of Kiana Graham in 2020. He had confessed to fatally shooting Graham, 23 years old, in the back of the head, telling authorities that he got rid of her because she was communicating with other men at the hotel where she was staying. Let's unpack that. This is your girlfriend, and she's staying in a hotel at 23 years old. I could see she may not make much, and it's hard for a young person like that to have an apartment, credit, and all of that. But this is your girlfriend, so when you take care of her, is she living at a darn motel? What's up with that? She's a young girl, 23 years old. Has it has it occurred to you that maybe your 54-year-old behind, she was only with you because of your money? It is rumored that KS had to beat them off, the 25-year-olds, with a stick. No, she wanted what you had, and you couldn't even do that right. Surveillance footage from the hotel showed Hill was the only individual in the hotel room with Graham. Okay, so where are these communicating with men? You got a young woman, she's going to communicate. She has friends from high school, around the block, whatever. She want to communicate. You thought you're going to have this toy all to yourself, because a lot of older men, they think, I'll give me a young chick. Yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. She's going to be all mine. I'm going to control her. Nope. You ain't going to be able to do that. I don't care. It doesn't work that way. Time and time again, whatever city, state, it doesn't matter. It doesn't work that way. Hill of Leland, North Carolina, was also sentenced to 22 to 36 months in prison for a charge of possession of a firearm by a felony. The term will run concurrently with his life sentence for murder, according to prosecutors. While lottery wins, I don't want to read that one. I wanted to get to why they in the darn hotel. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Almost 3 years later, Hill was in the middle of an 18-month relationship with Graham, who was decades younger than him. The two had a history of domestic problems. According to the autopsy report, the state medical examiner office. Mm. So he was always whooping up on her, trying to control her, trying to keep her. That's so sad. But he used a 45 caliber handgun, and he was actually married. Dude was married to his wife for years. So this was the chick on the side, in other words. This is messed up. I'm just so tired of these stories. The person don't want you, they're done with you, or whatever the situation is. Just walk away. That's all you have to do. Man, I tried to control her. She wasn't having it. I wanted her to be my toy. It don't work like that. But I say once, say it again. If you just pack your stuff up and go, you get a chance to do it all over again. You get the chance to meet somebody else. If you're hard in it and you hurting, it's okay to cry. Pack your bags and leave.
Ooh, ah,
I'm telling you, you get a chance to start over again. You don't start over again when you hurt someone. That's just the bottom line. All right, so I'm going on to my next story. So sad, so sad. This one is about fraud. You know how that goes. I mean, that's a dime a dozen. That's how people do it with them COVID funds. That's what they do. They just can't help themselves. They like, I got opportunity for something, get my business keep afloat, but no, that ain't enough. That is not enough. What they want to do, they want to get some fake documents, keep it going, get more money, buy cars, rings, and all of those things. But all right, let's see what we got here. Richmond man pleads guilty to $1 million of COVID relief fraud. Tell you the government is coming. They coming for you. It just ain't gonna work out for you. I'm telling you. They coming to get you. They are coming to get you. Let's see what it says here. Am I on the right page? Make sure I'm on the right one. Okay, I'm on the right one. This is in Richmond, Virginia. The man pleads guilty in federal court today to $1 million conspiracy to defraud the federal government COVID fund release. Mo Amen Mathis of Glen Ellen was accused of making 38 false applications to the Paycheck Protection Program, that's PPP, which gave small business loans which could be forgiven to help them cover operating costs during the pandemic. This is messed up. Let me show you the guy. I think it's a picture of him. I was only able to get this small picture, Let me see if it'll let me do it. Nope. Darn. That's right, because I really worked hard to try to get this picture, but it is not working. I will see if I can do something on my end to make it bigger. Maybe I'll take myself from the screen. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I know it's pretty small, but I just want you to see Jose there. All right, let me see. Where am I? Let me scroll down here. Of those applications, 25 were first draw applications, while the remaining 13 were second draw applications made by companies that had previously received loans. Mathis also, along, with an unnamed co-conspirator, said application that contained false statements, false certification, and or fabricated tax documents. Why you? I don't know why these people keep playing with the IRS. You do not mess with these three-letter words: IRS, CIA, FBI. You don't mess with these people. They just still try it anyway. For instance, Mathis admitted as part of his plea agreement that he and his co-conspirator fabricated a monthly payroll for Fresh Start Affordable Housing LLC, claiming that the company's 6 employees, when in fact it only had none. This isn't the first time Mathis had a brush with the law. In 2020, investors accused him of defrauding them by soliciting investments in a halfway house to assist homeless veterans. Isn't that something? He just was a fraudulent man all the way. At the time, some took to investing forums to warn others, and that's the picture I'm showing, of his deception, writing that he had in fact flipped the property he purchased, leaving investors with a serious loss. He also used local media outlets to promote the scheme, according to the forum poster. Now, Mathis faces a maximum of 30 years in prison for conspiracy to commit wire and bank fraud. His sentencing is scheduled for October 7th, and until then, court records show he's been released on his own recognizance. I say y'all better watch him. I don't know if well, I guess maybe he just really doesn't have much money, so they're going to let him go. But I think he's the type of man that will show up somewhere else, start all over again. So you have to be careful with those type of people because they'll bail out on you. And he knows it's serious when it comes down to the IRS. He knows that. And then he's been in trouble before too. Oh, yeah. Now, my next story is I love this guy. This guy is petty. He's petty with it. He works for the sheriff office, and the man is Mac Petty. That's what we're going to call him, Mac Petty, because it's all about McDonald's. So let me blow it up for you. And it looks like I had it all set up, and it looks like it moved. I don't appreciate it, but ain't nothing I can do about it. Let me see if I can scroll and find a spot. Because this dude is funny. Let's see. I think it was around somewhere around here. Let's see what we got.
When she went behind that counter, continued to engage and hit the employees with stuff, she committed a burglary and an assault, which is a first-degree felony. Now, she has gone from only having 2 charges for no driver's license and a failure to appear, 3 misdemeanors, to now she has outstanding felony charges. She's not in custody. Her mom and sister cooperated with us. And at the end of the day, you can't believe it. On the way out of the store, after she had already announced to everybody she was 5 months pregnant, she pulled her shirt up to show everybody her stomach, and then twerked her way out of the store. You can't make this up. This is going to be McInteresting. Look right here. I'll narrate it. So here she comes because her order is not correct. She starts calm. She gets a little more animated. Oop, she's getting mad. Now they are offering to redo her meal, give her her money back, practicing big time customer service to no avail. She's paying zero attention. Well, here comes the 911 call, we believe. She might have also called her family in the midst of all of this, but we have a lot of it on a 911 call. You'll be able to hear it when we give it to the news media. There she goes assaulting him. She is not happy.
911.
But you won't be able to play it on the evening news. Now she comes behind. Look at this. She's out of control. Now her sister comes up. That's her sister. Her sister's trying to calm her down. That's not working too well. She has 911 dialed in.
That's ridiculous.
Now, understand we've cut this from 10 minutes to 2 minutes. There's a whole lot of other drama here. Now she pulls her shirt up. There you go. There's a little twerk on the way out the door. See y'all later. And she leaves. We need to find her. She's running. She's hiding. She didn't get her Happy Meal or her fish sandwich or her chocolate shake or her sweet tea, but she managed to get herself into a lot of McTrouble. Now, I want to tell Tiana, when she comes to jail, we don't have any McDonald's. That's right. And we're not going to give her any golden arches, but we are going to give her a pair of silver handcuffs.
This man is McPetty. Now, that's how you tell a story. That's how you tell it. But, I'm glad that the family did cooperate. Now, I do understand there is some different hormones going on when you're pregnant at all. But what the hell was going on with this? You're twerking, you're throwing stuff, and then you call emergency line? What were they going to do? 911, how can I help you? Hi, my fries ain't right. I ain't get my fries. They messed up my order. What's your emergency? I just told you I need my fries. I'm 5 months pregnant. Okay. Just ask for your food. No, because they got it wrong, and I got to twerk. Wait a minute. Let me twerk. Let me show them what I'm working with. This is what I did before I got pregnant. See? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the world was going on there. That was sick. Y'all better come get your macarons because they're Mac Wow. They are. They are Mac Wow. Now, this next story, I'm going to have, I know it's going to be a commercial. Let me see if I can do this because I guess, I don't even want to call him a Ken because I just called him Stalker. That's how I describe him. I call him a stalker. And it's another food instance in Queens, New York. Um, this is ridiculous. Let's see if it plays for me. Let's see.
Satisfied to accuse killer. Glenn Hurst said nothing being transported from a precinct in Forest Hills to face a judge. This is what Zhu Wanyan's widow has been looking for. She may not speak much English, but she read a statement in Mandarin about how she feels. She says she feels relieved now that her husband's accused killer is off the streets. 45-year-old Yan was a beloved employee at Great Wall Restaurant in Forest Hills. He delivered food. But on the night of April 30th, Yan went out on a delivery and never came back. Surveillance images show Yan on his scooter after he dropped off an order. Police say he was shot and killed minutes later.
It's very sad.
Since then, the owner of the restaurant shut his business down while the entire community mourned Yan's death. He's now back open and tells us he will never forget the customer who put fear in the hearts of his employees. The owner says at one point, Hirsch pointed a gun at him.
They want to kill my employee. I don't know how to say.
Hirsch has a history of harassing employees at the restaurant, arguing over everything, food, the service, and duck sauce, even allegedly vandalizing the owner's car. Police arrested the 51-year-old at his Queens home Wednesday night without incident. Pix 11 News has learned Hirsch has an extensive criminal record, arrested at least 10 times before.
I see. And this is the issue I really have with adults, is that they are not examples. Now, yeah, he has some issues, but that darn shirt is too clean. So he's not totally off his rockers. Yeah, he has some mental health problems, but he's angry at life. That's what's going on. He's angry at life. He actually stalked these people for years. Years, I'm telling you. That is ridiculous. All over some darn food. This is happening time and time again. It's people are not safe. They just have their tag on, the uniform, if there's a uniform. They give you your food. It comes from the back, so you got to cook. And then it passed on to you. You put it in a bag. You hand it to the customer. And then the customer gives you all the frustration because there's no duck sauce. This is missing. The soy sauce is missing. Not enough onions or whatever it is. This is really ridiculous. And this is what it comes to each and every time. Just ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. And it's no excuse for it. None. And I hope they lock him up for a long time. A very long time. Because the man is dangerous. You think about it. He had 10 prior arrests, including the R word. So he just takes it. This is a sick man. Keep him off the street. Not get him off the street because he's off. Keep him off the street. He doesn't want to be free. Don't save him. He doesn't want to be free. These some sick people. Ooh, makes me angry every time. All right, so we got another one. I call her a Karen. That's what I call her. They finally went to court and everything. This happened earlier this year or late last year, 1 to 2. But let me share the story with you. Let's check it out.
Showing a Sacramento woman on a flight to San Diego punching a flight attendant went viral last year. She pleaded guilty, and today she finally was sentenced for her crime. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us on this Friday. I'm Marcella Lee. CBS 8's Ariana Cohen joins us live. She was inside the courtroom today. Ariana?
Yes, Marcella, I was inside the courtroom as Viviana Quinones read a letter to the judge expressing remorse and apologizing to the flight attendant. The Quinones family was also in the courtroom. They were crying. A Southwest representative provided a statement, and the flight attendant also gave a very emotional statement.
We are going to sue you.
This video went viral of 28-year-old Viviana Quinones punching a Southwest flight attendant, pulling her hair, and knocking 2 teeth out last year. During the flight's descent, Quinones was not wearing her face mask properly, unbuckled her seatbelt, and had her tray table down, all in violation of federal rules and regulations.
In a fit of rage, violently assaulted a flight attendant by punching her with a closed fist multiple times in the face and head. This behavior was reprehensible, and it will not be tolerated.
Today, U.S. District Court Judge Todd Robinson sentenced Quinones to 15 months in federal custody. She also must pay nearly $26,000 in restitution and a $7,500 fine, plus 3 years of supervised release.
Ms. Quinones violated the conditions of her pretrial release by getting a DUI. That was a significant factor by the judge in determining the ultimate sentence.
If she got DUIs and stuff, that chick is off the rails. She has the age to be able to earn that money for restitution, but the ability to do so in a timely manner is questionable because she got issues.
Robinson said in court he hopes this sentence will set a precedent and deter anyone else from this behavior.
This sentence is justice for the victims. That is not only the flight attendant victim, but Southwest Airlines and all passengers aboard the plane that day.
Now, I asked if the Quinones family had any remarks. They replied with no comment. Now, while on supervised release, Quinones is banned from flying all commercial aircraft and must participate in anger management classes.
Shoot, she needs more than that. But that's good she's banned from flying. She'll get in trouble again because she probably have the alcohol problem. That's what she probably have. I didn't find out what her occupation was. But one thing's for certain, she's old enough to know better. And the people around on the flight, they were, trying to help. And that was ridiculous, all because someone gives you instructions. This is a big problem. This is a huge problem. People give you instructions, just the same instructions. Didn't matter where you sat in the back, front, middle, it doesn't matter. Any airline, same instructions. Please have your table raised, your seat belt, look at this is how you do that. The same instruction, ain't nothing different. Only the flight attendants, that's the only thing changed. Male, female, whatever race. That's it. Nothing changed. But you choose in your mind, I want to do this, I want to do that, I'm mad. I don't know what time the flight was, whether early or late, it wasn't the right time for that. What the hell is wrong with these people? That woman, I don't know the flight attendant, if she decided to, if she got any compensation, but they need to have something for these people, and they should be able to really go in on them. They should be. Because the woman was just trying to, get away. That was it. But I should be able to defend myself, give you some karate chops or whatever I learned how to protect myself, and not in fear of losing my job from protecting myself. You know how they have that rule for school? If kids get into a fight, both of them are suspended. I never liked that rule. I don't like that. Because it really doesn't teach the person that's in the wrong, the right thing, or the person that's in the right. You're sitting there like, well, what did I do? I was just defending myself. Well, see, the policy says you can't fight. Damn, is that so? You're going to protect yourself. But there was one time, I will say, in I'm trying to remember, was it 19 or was it still 18? 2019, that there was a fight at work. This woman jumped on this man at my job, and he kept his job, and they did let the girl go. So normally They always, blame the man, that's one, or get rid of both. This time, justice was served. They actually got rid of the woman. So sometimes there's some happy endings, not all the time. And I was glad to be able to witness that one. All right, and I'll give you one more little quick story on our way out. Let's see what we got here. This is questionable, you know, especially the dollar amount. Let me pull it up for you. All right, this is the Christmas song. You know about the Christmas song that Mariah Carey, she does one every year. She be jamming. People love it. They be looking forward to, finding what she gonna sing. She does very well during Christmas. She hasn't really put out much music, but she's been jamming during Christmas season. Everyone be looking forward to it. All right. So let's see what the article says here. Mariah Carey is being sued for copyright infringement related to her smash single, All I Want for Christmas Is You, by Andy Stone, the man who wrote another Christmas hit with the same title. Stone, who performs under the name Vince Vance, alleges that Carey's song, which has gone platinum multiple times all over the world, is a derivative work based on the Christmas song of the same name he wrote and recorded in 1989. His attorney reached out to the defendants in December 2021, the lawsuit says, but was unable to come to an agreement about the continued publication of Carey's 1994 song. What Stone is claiming to be the relationship between two songs is unclear. Carey's tune is an upbeat pop number, while Stone's is a low key country song. Stone is seeking at least $20 million in damages. See, that's the issue I have there. $20 million in damages. You didn't make $20 million, even close to it, on your country song. She didn't make $20 million on her pop song. So, how are you going to come up with $20 million in damages? Damages is being hurt. You weren't hurt. You might be hurting, but you weren't hurting no darn $20 million. That's the issue I have when it comes down to these amounts. The most I would give that guy, if my jury says, and this is only if this is possible, if the jury says, well, the song does sound a lot like it, blah, 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 you know how that goes. If they do say that, as the judge, what I would do, I would only give that man what he made from his song himself. That's it. So if he only made $10,000 in 10 years with his song, that's the most he's going to get. That's it. And you pay your own attorney fee, because you shouldn't have brought your tail up in here in my courtroom with this foolishness. Everybody trying to get a come up. They're all trying to get a come up. Next, they're going to end up trying to go after KS State. State, I mean. But we'll see. So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, throughout your well wishes in the air, she will catch them to Classic Ruby, or your well wishes to her. And we should get it back hopefully in another couple of weeks. And next week we do have a scheduled show. I'm not going to do a rambling for next Friday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do an article reaction. It depends on what's going on. I'll see what I can do, because I do know the importance of the Kens and Karens, and I like the Karens that's kind of like I did today. That's in a news thing, not just a short clip. So we'll see what we come up with. I will announce it on the community tab. But I do thank you for your time. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscriptions, all of that. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And until we meet again, peace.